who became famous overnight conducting the New York Philharmonic last minute, and it was televised. Well, today I want to tell you about an American composer, teacher, and conductor by the name of Leonard Bernstein. Leonard was born in 1918 in Massachusetts to a Jewish immigrant family. They were a loving, supportive family, and they had high hopes for him. But initially, his father was not very keen on the idea of him becoming a full-time musician, not sure that the income would be stable. However, as a young kid, Leonard discovered the piano, and he became obsessed with it. He loved the piano. He loved music, but he also, I think, loved the idea of communicating with others through music, and that became his lifelong passion, and there was nothing that could be said or done to stop him. So on he went. He went on to study music at Harvard. He was learning composition, but also philosophy and other classes. After that, he went to the Curtis Institute of Music, and he was really focusing on conducting there. And after that, he went to Tanglewood and worked there. And Tanglewood is really where he kind of became his musical home. At only 25 years old, he became the assistant director of the New York Philharmonic. They're not usually the ones you would see on stage. Perhaps if they're sectionals, they work with that, or if the conductor's not there for a day. But they're not going to be conducting during a big thing. Well, last minute, the conductor fell ill. And so without any or much of any rehearsal, Bernstein had to step in overnight for a televised concert of the New York Philharmonic. And it was great. He has such energy and such passion, and it shows through his conducting and all of it that he does. And so overnight he became very famous. As his conducting career got bigger and more exposed, so did his composition career. He was an amazing composer. He also went to France for a little bit and studied under the famed Lily Boulanger. He had the signature blend where he mixed classical structures with jazz rhythms and a Broadway energy, and it was beautiful and very him. He famously composed the music for West Side Story and too many other things to even begin naming. But what was so great about his music is he didn't believe that music should belong in any one category. It's fine to blend and it's fine to mesh and overlap. He created musical styles as different languages. He himself was also a linguistic polyglot, and if he'd go to Europe or if he was in America, he could speak French, he could speak Italian, he could speak many languages, and he thought of music as just another language and genre as the same way. In 1951, he married the Chilean-born pianist and actress by the name of Felicia Montealegre, and they had a loving, happy marriage. It was very, they were respecting each other's work and creativity. They had children, and early on it was good. Later on, he had a lot of affairs with men and women, and of course this puts a damper on any relationship. But she was always supportive of him. Not only was he a great conductor and also composer, but he was a teacher by heart, and he took it to TV. And he started these weekly shows with the New York Philharmonic, the young people's concerts, and he would have them play classical music and introduce people. He never talked down to people, or he was happy to answer questions, and he would really explain and introduce or reintroduce classical music to the everyday people. So I explained how he believed music to be another language, but he also believed that music and society were one. It was all connected, and so he was a big activist alongside of music, but also through his music. This idea was not something that came with fame, but he definitely used his fame and he used his celebrity to put a voice to issues of justice and human rights and political issues, and he strongly believed that music could help unite people. Of course, people criticized this, but it didn't bother him. He was loud and bold about everything he did, including this. And he lived as though art really mattered, but also people really mattered. Bernstein never really retired. He composed, he even conducted. He might have slowed down, but he never really retired because to him, it wasn't work. This music and this expression and this education, it was just part of who he was. Sadly, his health declined, and in 1990, at the age of 72, he passed away. He has definitely left a legacy. His way of conducting and communicating with the orchestra exactly what he wants, his energy that we can feel through every note that he composed, and it is very energetic and exciting. For me, his education part, that you can go online and find his lectures and find where he is teaching, and it is just, he is so passionate and so exciting, and there's so much to say about him, but the videos are short. But go online and look at his lectures, but also go and listen to some Leonard Bernstein.